Hello everyone and welcome to the School of Statistics. Today the topic is the most asked question, and that is how to add references in APA style. Whenever you are in school, colleges or universities, you get assignments, research work or thesis. So what is the first thing that comes to your mind? And that is look for the different sources where you get the material. So those sources are books, journals and websites. Copying or pasting from those sources without acknowledging any author is called plagiarism. And how plagiarism is checked: your supervisors or your head of department provide you an ID or password of a certain software in which you will upload your work and run a plagiarism system. Then at the end you will get a certain percentage, that much of percentage your work contain plagiarism, and if the percentage is higher there is a more chance of rejection. So to avoid the rejection, you should acknowledge the author or the source where you copying the material. So there is a certain way in which you will acknowledge them. Let's see what are those ways. So to avoid the rejection, we write the reference, we add reference and in-text citation in our work in APA format. So APA is called the American Psychological Association. They give us the certain format to follow for writing the reference. So this is the example of writing journal reference. You can take screenshot to use in future. So if whenever you copying material from journal, so this is the format to write the reference. So here I want to tell you first that the reference comes at the end of your work. At the end of your work, the references should be given. So please listen very carefully, and every full stop, every commas, brackets, capitalization, in italics, non-italics, even the spaces are very important in this. Okay, so first thing first, that is the author's name. So in author's name you can see this is Ruxton and this is the Ruxton. So this is the last name of the author. Please listen very carefully. Always last name of the author will come at the first, and then there is a comma, and then this is the first initial or first name of the author in capital letter, and then full stop. Then the year of publication in brackets, and then full stop. So this is the first thing. Second thing is the name of the article, and then there is a full stop, very easy. Then third thing is the journal title, and the important thing is this, that this is in italics. This is in italics. You have to write journal name in italics. Then there is a comma, then there is a comma, and then the fourth thing is the volume number, which is in italic. So you should notice this very carefully. Then the issue number in bracket. So some of the paper does not tell you the issue number, so it's okay if the issue number is not given, skip it. If the pages number is not given, skip it. But if it is given, you have to write it. Do not skip if the things are given. So the next thing is the pages number after the comma, the pages number, and the last thing is the DOI or URL. So this is the DOI or URL. So this is the format to write the reference. And one thing very important that I skipped, this is the space. So you have to leave the space here while writing the next line. So how you will leave the space: first hit the enter button, and then hit the space button 5 to 6 times or 5 to 7 times. So you will get the accurate format of reference in APA style. Okay, so this is also very important to leave the space here. Okay, 5 to 7 spaces, but you have to first hit the enter button, then the line will move. Otherwise the line will not move and you will get panic. So in text citation, how to write the author's name in introduction part or literature review or any other than reference. So if there is only one author, you will write like this. This is the last name of the author. Please concentrate on in this. This is the last name of the author, then comma. Comma is very important. Then the year of publication in the brackets. Then in second, you can see the two authors. If there are two authors of a certain of a single journal or a single website or a single book or any of the thing you are kept taking material, so what you will write, how you will write the two authors name? By using and symbol. Okay, so this is the last name of first author, this is the last name of second author, and then a comma, and then the year of publication. So when the authors are more than two, so what you will use? You will write it at all, etal, at all, and then there is a full stop, and then there is a comma. So these two things are very important, and then the year of publication in bracket. So these are the ways to write the author's name in in-text citation, that means in the introduction part or in literature review. Okay, so this is the example to write the in-text citation, and you can see Habibullah and Fatima. So there was two authors, so how I have written Habibullah and Fatima. I use the symbol, and then year of publication. Then I have used these words like has introduced the term, and then I mentioned the term, so it will protect me for rejecting my work because I have acknowledged my author, or I have acknowledged the author of the journal or any of the website page. So I want to mention one thing more, that you can find more options of journals. Use Google Scholar. Google Scholar is a good option for those who are working in their research area or thesis, or doing even assignments. You can use help, or you can go through to the Google Scholar. So this is the way to add the definition in in-text citation. In-text citation, these types of paragraphs that you mentioned in your introduction part or in literature review, these types of like information in the in-text citation. So this is the way to write the definition or any statement said by the author. So you can see that I have written the statement between these two symbols. So let's start. The log normal distribution is a continuous distribution, blah blah blah, as stated by the worker. This is the way to write the statement or any definition as stated by the worker 2017, and the worker is the last name of the author. Okay, and then there is a comma, and then there's the other thing described or said by the worker. Okay, so this paragraph is from my research work, and if you are interested to know more about my research work, or if you want to know anything else related to the thesis research work, comment below and I will be there. So let's see how to write the reference. So this is the in-text citation, and this will be written, and this will be this can be written in your introduction or literature review part. Okay, now let's see the reference. First there is a Diwakar, and the full name of Diwakar was Rose Diwakar. So what we have written, we have write the last name of the author, and then there is a comma, and then there is the first initial of the first name of the author, and then there is a full stop, and then there is a year of publication in the bracket, then the full stop, and then the next thing is the name of the article, name of the article, and then there is a comma, and then the third thing is the journal title or journal name, then there is a comma, and then there is volume number. These both are in italics, and then there's the issue number in the bracket, and then comma, and then the pages numbers. Okay, so here you can see there's no URL or DOI, so it's okay, you can skip it. But other things are very important, do not skip it. Okay, and if you want to add the URL, you can add the URL. Okay, so the last thing is the spaces. You can see there is a space here and here. So I have told you earlier that how to add these spaces. First you have to hit the enter when you are here, when the cursor is here, hit the enter button, and then space bar button. How many times? 5 to 6 times. Space bar button 5 to 6 times or 7 times. Okay, so you can write you can do this. Okay, these spaces are also very important. This is the way, or this is the format to write the reference in APA style. So let's see the in-text citation of more than 2 authors. So if there are more than 2 authors, how you will write it? Here you can see that Derwing at all, full stop, and then 2002 in brackets. So at all means that there are more than 2 authors. So this is the way to write the more than 2 authors in-text citation, conducted their training with students, blah blah blah. So how you will write it in reference? So this is the way to write in reference. So here I will tell you one more new thing that you can see is that first the last name of the author, and then there is a comma, then these twos are the initials of the author. Like for example, if author has 3 names, like for example author has Rose Driving Thomas, so author has 3 names. So if the author have 3 names, then the first will be the last name. So this for example, this is the last name of the author, then the comma, and then the initial. And you can write initial if you want to write the initial of first name, you can write the initial of first name. If you write the initial of second name first, so you can write the initial of first name. So it's up to you. So there is no confusion in these two, because these are the initials of the author's name, second name or first name. So this is the way to write their names. Then full stop, capital M, then full stop, then comma, then the second name Roositer, then comma, then initial capital letter, then full stop, then initial of their name. It might be a second name or it might be a first name, but the last name will come at the first. This is done. This you have to write the last name at the first, then you can choose if you want to write the initial of first name or write the initial of second name. Then put the full stop, then the initials of second name, and then full stop, then comma, then and symbol of and. You have to write the symbol of and instead of and. So this is Munro, the last name of the last author, and then the comma, then the initial capital letter, full stop, capital letter, full stop, and then the year of publication in the bracket. So this is the first thing that you have done. Then there is a full stop. So the second thing is the name of the article in non-italics, and then there is a full stop. And then the other thing is the name of a journal in italics, then there is a comma, and then this is the, what is this? This is the volume number in italic as well, and the issue number in brackets, then the comma, and then the last are the pages numbers. So done. Reference is done. So the new thing here is only the initials. The authors has more than 2 names. Like for example, Muhammad Hassan Naseem. So this is the 3 name of an author. So Naseem will come at the first, then there is a comma, and then capital N, and then there's a dot, and then capital M, then dot, then comma. So in this way you will write it. So this is the format of a writing reference for newspaper. So if you are copying material from newspaper, this is the way to write the reference. First as well, the last name of the author, comma, first initial, full stop, and symbol of and then arrow, then comma, then capital letter of the initial, then full stop, and then there is a year of publication. But here you can see the new thing, and that is the month and the date is also mentioned. So this is the way, if the month and the name and the number is mentioned, then this is the way to write it. Okay, so then there is a full stop, and it's not only in newspaper, but if you are copying from journal or website or books, this is the same procedure to write a year of publication, month or date. Okay, so this is same for everything. Then full stop, and then you know what's the next thing is. This is the name of the article, this whole till here, this is the name of the article, then a full stop, and then there is no journal, this is the name of the newspaper in italic. So here is the difference. This is the name of a newspaper. This is the name of a newspaper in italic, and then there is a full stop. So this is actually newspaper name in italic, and then simple URL, and I have told you where it is present. So this is the space, you have to leave this space. It is the format to write the reference in APS style, and I have told you how the space will come. If the cursor is here, first you have to hit the enter button, then space button 5 to 7 times in every line, each and every line. Then this reference is complete. If you want to write the next reference, start from here under the the last name of the author, start from here. So this is the way to write the references. Okay, if you are copying from material from book, this is the way to write the reference of book. So you can take the screenshot because everything is mentioned, and this is very clear how to write it. But the one thing I want to tell you is that the book title is in italic, so this is in italic. Okay, so let's see one of the example how to write it. If the author is more than two, or the author are two, how to write it? This is the way to write it. uh, everything is same, just you have seen this thing that is new, that is Revan press. If the press is given, write it at the end. That's it, everything is same. So just the press name you have to write it at the end if it is given. If it is not given, just skip it. So it's on you. So the next thing is that how to write it in in-text citation, because these are the reference, like this is the format of writing reference which is mentioned at the end of the work. So this is the way to write in-text citation of the book. So these are the two ways. You can choose it whether you want to write it like this or you want to like this. So it depends on you. The way you like more, you can choose it. So I have done one example for you. So here I have taken this from Google Scholar. This is the journal. So here you can see first you have to collect things, the things you have to mention in the journal. So first thing is the journal name, and then the article name. You can see here the article name, and here you can see the published year of publication. Here you can see the Trevor is the name of the author, then the volume number, and then the issue number. So, or find something else, everything we have mentioned. Oh, and this is the URL. This is the URL or DOI. See something else, look for something else. So everything we have see. So let's move further. So here you can see the abstract. So what you will do, you will read this abstract understand this abstract, that what author has done in his paper. So when you understand the abstract and get all the information, that what test he applied, what conclusions he has given, so when you understand all the things, just write it in your own words. Do not copy paste it, just write it in your own words, and you can do it. It's not that difficult. So let's see. Let's see. I have. So let's compile it. This is the in-text citation. This is the way to enter or mention the author's name. This is the format to mention the author's name in a paragraph that is written in literature review or in introduction part. So first you have to write the last name of the author, then the comma, and then the year of publication, then conducted research on the topic on which he has conducted the research, then which carry out all the, then you have to write which carry out, and then write all the findings or what he has done in his respective research paper. Write all the things he has mentioned. First you have to understand the abstract very clearly and then write it in your own words, but do not skip any of his findings. All mentioned all his conclusions, results, tests, and even hypotheses if he has mentioned. So in this way the rejection of your work will be avoided while conducting the plagiarism. So when now write the reference. So last name of the author, comma, first initial in capital letter, full stop, and this is the year of publication, comma, the month of publication, and if the date is mentioned, write after the April with one space only, then close it with the bracket. Write the full stop and then name of the article, name, then comma, then full stop, sorry, then full stop, then name of the journal in italics, then comma, then volume number in italic, then issue number in the bracket, non-italics, then comma, and then URL or DOI. So don't forget to add the space here. You can add this space. First you have to hit the enter button, then the space button. You have to hit the space button 5 to 6 times, so this will move further. Otherwise this line will not move further if you did not press the enter or did not hit the enter button. So this will not move further and you will get panic. So first hit the enter button, then the space button 5 to 7 times, so it will move further. So this is the way to write the reference. So everything is important: full stop, commas, capitalization, and italics, non-italics, issue number, volume number, journal name, article name, everything is important. Even the spaces in the reference is very important. So be careful while writing the reference and in-text citation. One thing more is that no matter what, how many authors you have mentioned in your research work, in literature area, in literature review area, or in introduction part, it doesn't matter that how much, how many or how much authors you mentioned. The important part is you should know that all the authors that has been mentioned in an introduction or literature review has also mentioned in reference. So the number of authors mentioned in your literature review or in introduction is equal to the number of authors mentioned in reference. Do not skip any author that is mentioned in above and did not mention in reference. This will also give you trouble while doing the work, okay, or while conducting plagiarism system. So thank you for watching. Do subscribe, share, and like. Bye.